What are you doing right now? Are you looking through the cabinets for something to snack on? Are you really hungry? Or is food your response to today's stress, sadness, or boredom? Mindless eating can really get you off track. Instead, let's amplify your bariatric surgery journey with doable mindfulness strategies. Don't go anywhere.
Did you know that ProCare has a multivitamin soft chew that comes in 3 delicious fruit flavors? With flexible dosing, you can accommodate your whole family's vitamin needs, and it even includes iron, paired with calcium chews and our protein powder. Visit ProCareNow.com and use code SUSAN10 to save 10%.
Hi, I'm registered dietitian nutritionist Dr. Susan Mitchell, ex-radio dietitian turned podcaster. You're listening to the Bariatric Surgery Success podcast, episode number 145. Tired of the hype? Tired of the confusion when it comes to nutrition, especially bariatric nutrition? You should eat this food. No, don't eat that food. Skip certain meals. Try a diet to reset your pouch. Oh, heck, why don't you just do a detox? It's enough to make you say, forget about it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Well, I do. I know what to do. It matters where you get your nutrition information. When it comes to bariatric surgery, nutrition is very specific. So let's cut through the hype. Let's get to the accurate nutrition information that you need to know. Simple, actionable, step-by-step strategies that work. I want you to feel well every day. Get out there. Do those things you have on your bucket list. I created Bariatric Surgery Success for you. So you're in the right place, and I'm so glad you're listening. Please share the podcast with someone that you feel would benefit. And if you love it, would you write me a review on Apple Podcasts? Thank you. So I've developed a tip sheet to help you remember these mindfulness strategies that we talk about today. You can get my freebie from the link, and I'm going to put it in the show notes for you. Okay. Do you ever come home and eat the first thing you see in the fridge? I want you to stop a second and ask yourself these questions. Answer yourself honestly, okay? Ready? Am I aware of what I reach for and eat? And am I aware of how much I eat? Do I multitask? Watch TV, scroll through my phone, do some work, all or any while I eat? Do I eat fast? How long does it take me typically to finish a meal? Do I feel satisfied after my meal? After bariatric surgery, you are working so hard to eat well and develop a healthy lifestyle. You're reaching for good tasting, nutritious food that nourishes both your mind and your body. But mindless eating can derail all of your best nutrition efforts. Instead of mindless eating, I want you to amplify the success of your journey. How? By learning and practicing the opposite of mindless eating, which is mindful eating or mindfulness. Mindfulness means be present in the moment, aware of your surroundings and the food that you eat. This method focuses more on how you engage in eating, such as how fast you eat, appreciation of your food, your personal responses to hunger. In other words, it's making conscious decisions about eating instead of eating because you're stressed, you're mad, you're sad, you're bored. Also, it's not about willpower, but rather listening to your body telling you when it's hungry and when it's full. A fabulous tool for your toolbox. Mindful eating puts you back in control of when and what you eat and how much. So we can say goodbye to diet and mindless eating and hello, health and successful journey. I want you to try these 7 mindfulness strategies. No, you don't have to do them all at once. Mindfulness is a practice that you adopt over time. So start with one of these strategies. Practice it until you feel comfortable that it's part of your lifestyle, and then add the next strategy. Number 1, it's a broad one. Practice mindfulness even when you're not eating. Say, what? Why would you want me to do that? It helps you learn to stay present and to be aware and focused on what's happening around you. This will carry over with time and then the awareness of the food you choose to eat. So it's kind of broad picture first, then carrying over to food. Number 2, look at your food. I mean, really look at it before you eat it. How do you feel about it? We eat with our eyes. I talk about food really like eye candy. Does it look appetizing? Does the portion seem like too much or too little or just the amount that you need? Really take a look at the food. Number 3, eat more slowly. Think about the United States, if that's where you live. We live in what I call a gulp and go society, where taking time to enjoy or even savor a meal is not the norm. It seems like it has to be a special occasion to savor your meal, where really it should be the way we treat our meals every single day, with time and with pleasure. So think about this. I want you to try not to rush as you eat. I know this is something we have to teach ourselves and we have to practice it. This means taking your time to chew, taste the food, and savor the food. I want you to actually go so far as to put down your fork or your spoon between bites. Have you ever done that? We tend to just hold our fork or spoon in one hand and just keep going until the plate's empty, right? Half the time we don't even look up or have conversation or know what's going on. We're just on a mission to finish the meal and get on with what we're doing. I want you to put your fork down or put your spoon down between bites. Actually look up, have a conversation, make the meal last 20 minutes. Did you catch that? Did you catch that? Make your meal last 20 minutes. When you eat fast, it's so easy to eat way more than you plan to eat, especially if you're hungry. So slow down. Allow yourself the time to enjoy your food. Notice the texture. Notice the smell of the food. Taking time to smell and notice texture helps you chew more slowly and thoroughly, because smell plays a part in the enjoyment of eating. Remember, when you slow down and you make your meal last how long? Yes, 20 minutes. You give your body the chance to tell you, hey, I'm satisfied and I've had enough with this amount. I'll be right back and we'll talk about distracted eating.
Bariatric Surgery Success is thrilled to partner with New Hope Girls, Women Empowering Women. They offer a discount to our community. Code TRANSFORM to save 15% and celebrate our shared commitment to transformation. Shop their beautiful bags at newhopegirls.com.
So number 4, enjoy your meal or your snack distraction-free. Distracted eating, what I'm talking about is watching TV, for example, at the same time. It leads you to overeat and not be aware of how food tastes, much less how much you eat. You know what I'm talking about, right? You take a bag of something to the TV and you never even remember eating it, right? Or what it was that you had to eat. Distracted eating takes your mind off of tasting the food, chewing the food, putting your fork down, savoring the meal, and puts it on, I'm distracted, I'm doing something else, I'm not even aware of what I'm eating or how much I take in. It can really derail your whole nutrition plan. Number 5, listen to your cues. As you eat, do you notice yourself getting comfortably full but not stuffed? That's when you want to stop, if not a little before that. It takes 20 minutes. Remember how long we want the meal to last for your brain to get the message you've had enough. So take your time. You want to develop these cues because when you do this, you learn to eat more slowly, enjoy the food, taste it, and have time to get the message that you are full before you've eaten double or triple portions due to hunger. Number 6, find your satiety. Too often, we deprive ourselves only to get hungry later, right? We think, okay, I don't have time to eat, or I'm not really hungry right now. And then we are hungry and we have lost control. You want to make sure you eat on a schedule and that your meal contains what? It's the thing I talk about all the time. Yes, protein, protein, protein. Make sure your meal contains adequate protein. Why? It's going to satisfy you, give you that satiety that will hold you until it's time to eat again. Keeps that hunger at bay and keeps you from eating a lot more than you planned. And number 7, organize a mindful kitchen. Say, what? What's a mindful kitchen? It means that I want you to think proactively about what you buy, what you stock, what you prepare in terms of your meals and your snacks. Make smart choices. Set up a kitchen that nourishes you with healthy, handy foods right there, easy to get, easy to prep, things that you make ahead. You have them in the freezer. You have them in the refrigerator. It's a mindful kitchen. This will keep you from mindless eating. Okay, here's what I want you to do this week. So if you're multitasking, listen closely. Mindfulness is a lifestyle practice. You have to adopt it. You have to work at it. Teach yourself strategies that most of us didn't learn growing up in our gulp and go world. You don't have to do all these strategies at once. Choose one. Practice it until you feel comfortable that it's part of your lifestyle, and then add the next one in. Remember, never too late to start. You are worth it.
Bariatric Surgery Success with dietitian Dr. Susan Mitchell is produced and owned by Practicalories, LLC. All rights reserved. Remember, the content provided on this podcast is for information purposes only and doesn't create a patient-provider relationship. It's intended to provide reference material and is not designed to provide medical advice. Please consult your healthcare provider regarding any medical issues you have relating to symptoms, conditions, diseases, diagnosis, treatments, and side effects. Podcast guests express their own opinions, experience, and conclusions which do not necessarily reflect or agree with the host, Dr. Susan Mitchell or Practicalories, LLC.